Back working on the LS swap dart. There's been some progress behind the scenes. You might see different wheels and tires and other things, but we're going to talk about the engine. You saw us put in a 5.3 out of a, I think it was out of a Silverado, but we're now going to take that back out and go with a 6-liter because of, we're going to leave it normally aspirated for sure now. We're going to do a neat exhaust and needs a little more power than the 5.3 was able, so we'll go over here and we'll talk about a 6-liter that we already have torn down and what we're going to do with this. This is a Gen 3 6-liter. Alright, we have 243 heads on the ground here, which have new valve springs. We've milled them. We're going to try and up the compression a little bit without spending a bunch of money. These are mostly stock parts other than the camshaft. The cylinder heads are off another stock truck, but a little bit newer one. We've pulled the pistons out and gapped the rings with the ring file, so we got them where we want them. Just got to put the oil rings back on, and then we'll put the camshaft in, put our thinner head gaskets and milled heads on to bring the compression up, and with a good exhaust that should help, you know, make much more power than the 5.3 would make. That's what we're going for. It should sound really good. All right, first thing we're going to do is clean out the head bolt threads. This is just a little cleaner for them, and then we're going to clean the rest of the block down so we can reassemble. So let's get to it. Alright, we got the block clean enough, good enough. We got the pistons all cleaned, all the oil rings on, the ring lands grooved. Put a little assembly lube on the back of the pins since they've been pretty dry for a while. And I'll put assembly lube on the rings. Dip the piston in oil to get the, or assembly lube on the bearings. And I'll dip the piston in to get the rings all lubed up. Stagger the rings. And we'll start installing them. Alright, here we go. So we got all the pistons in. As you're putting them in, you just want to turn it over to make sure that it spins over easy. You didn't, you know, bend over an oil ring or something. And normally you would tighten them and torque them as you go. I'm just going to torque them all one at a time. Torque one, spin it over, make sure the engine still spins, then torque the next one. I just have them stuck down for now, but you wouldn't want to torque them all at once because then if the motor didn't turn over, you wouldn't know why. I'm reusing the bearings and the rods and the same crank, so all of this should be fine and turn over easy. If it didn't, then it's something you messed up. It's not like you got the wrong bearings in there, but we'll torque everything and then wipe it all down, and next time we'll do this, we'll be putting the cam in, then putting the heads on, timing chain, and reassembling the engine.